Young Miami has been waiting for Diddy to get out of jail. She refuses to acknowledge the allegations against him, and it seems like Young Miami misses the life she had with Sean Combs. Even though she has heard about Cassie's testimony, she testifies that that was never her experience. This is the breakdown of Diddy's relationship with Young Miami, so let's get into it. Now that a jury is determining Diddy's fate, it's time to talk about one of his girlfriends who's been waiting for him to get out. Her name is Young Miami, also known as Caresha Brown Lee. That's her legal name, but she goes by Young Miami in her music career. She used to be part of the City Girls, and she's been known to have a scandalous relationship with Diddy. I mean, she was even listed in some of the court documents, so it gets messy. The two began dating in 2021 and have been open about how they're together, but they have an open relationship. So it sounds like Diddy has found just his type. Now, Young Miami has a podcast that's named after her first name. It's Caresha Please, and it's been very successful. Diddy, of course, was one of the guests on her podcast. He refused to call what they have a relationship, but he did acknowledge that they were indeed involved, which is such a red flag that he does not want to claim her because he wants to be open to the world. At one point, he was pressured into saying, "We date, we're dating." So he somewhat admitted that there's something going on here. His answer, though, left fans confused because this was before he was arrested and we knew about what Cassie had gone through. Diddy said, "We go and have dates, we're friends, we go to exotic locations, and we have great times." He added that they had gone to strip clubs and church together, but when pressed to define their relationship, he said he was single but dating. So he never wanted to claim just her, which makes sense because he's got several different women he's involved with. Now, in his appearance on this podcast, we got a little bit of information that at the time we did not realize how valuable it was. Let's go ahead and take a look. So many of you guys have asked me about my background, and honestly, I never really knew much about my family history. I heard little tidbits here and there, but nothing confirmed. Now that has all changed since I partnered with MyHeritage. I don't know if you guys know this already, but MyHeritage is a global platform that makes exploring your family history easier than ever. With their DNA kit and their massive database, you can discover where your ancestors came from, uncover migration patterns, and even find relatives you never knew existed. Now, going into this, I was realistic. I mostly anticipated some German, maybe some English ancestry, but I was not prepared for how detailed their analysis of my DNA would be. Now, taking the test was super simple. Just a little cheek swab, you mail it up, and you send it back to them. Okay, my results are in. I cannot wait to see what is going on here. Sloan, you are English. It looks like I'm also about 15% Scottish and Welsh, which I think my name is actually Welsh. A little bit less Germanic. We've got some Dutch in us as well. And 27 more ethnicities, so a bunch more. This is really cool to see because my family has no idea where we come from, so this just gives me a much better idea. So now, talking about these results, they were much more diverse than I anticipated. I mean, yes, I'm mostly from Europe, but across different places I did not know about. I also discovered my family has deep roots in parts of the US, like Western Pennsylvania, Eastern Ohio, New York, Virginia, and the Carolinas, which makes sense because most of my family is from Pennsylvania or Virginia. But what's even more shocking is that I had over 16,000 DNA matches, including 7 extended relatives that I had no idea about. I'm not planning on reaching out anytime soon, but it's cool that you have that option. One of the coolest parts of their analysis was their ancient origins report. It traced my DNA back to some of the earliest farming and hunter-gatherer populations in Europe. It's incredible to see how far back your story really goes. I partnered with MyHeritage because they make everything easy and reliable. From DNA testing to building out your family tree, everything is in one place and they are committed to privacy, so you never have to worry about them selling or licensing your genetic data. Right now, MyHeritage is doing a limited time offer. You guys can get your DNA kit for just $29. Click the link in my description and make sure you use code SLOAN29 to claim this offer. And as a bonus, you will get a 30-day free trial of their best family history subscription. So what are you waiting for? Go and check it out.
Living our best lives.
Best life.
The fucking best.
I don't give a fuck. The craziest thing I done did some shit. At your mama's house with a back tunnel, come outside.
And then we went to Love.
Wait, okay, back tunnel. And then he's talking about this Love Island. I mean, we talked about the conspiracy that Diddy has tunnels. We've actually covered at length how Ali Carter was one of those people who spoke about these tunnels. So it's interesting to see them refer to these tunnels, or at least a tunnel, in 2021.
Love Island was lit.
Yeah.
That's my favorite island. I want to go back.
Yeah.
You can take me back.
I'll take you back. No problem.
Love that.
We go to exotic locations. We have great times. We go to strip clubs, church. I'm gonna give it to you honest.
I want to know where Love Island is. Comment below. Like, what is Love Island? Does he own this? Is it Epstein? This comment reads that young Miami had no clue that she was being groomed to be the new Cassie. I hope she learned her lesson about Hollyweird. Another comment reads, damn, this is kind of like evidence. In this next segment of their podcast, he speaks about her daughter, who, keep in mind, is about 5 years old around this time, or just very young. He has no place to be speaking about Carisha, young Miami's daughter.
You have some real pretty black eyes. I tell you, like, you look like your daughter's eyes is just like, you just like black pools, you know what I'm saying?
Knowing what this man is capable, I would not feel comfortable with him complimenting a kid at all, especially if he's romantically involved with young Miami. But a lot of people have opinions about her relationship with Diddy even before he got into trouble. This headline reads that young Miami addresses accusation that Diddy relationship is a PR stunt. The City Girls rapper had enough of fans labeling her ongoing relationship with Diddy as a PR relationship. She replied on social media saying, WTF, what do I look like being in a PR relationship? You guys say anything. I'm from the hood, for real. She also accused her critics of being jealous of her, saying people really be jealous for real. I can never be jealous of anyone, which, you know, I don't think there's anyone really jealous of anyone in Diddy's situation at this point. They all feel empathy for them.
So how many rounds you be going?
You know.
The people don't.
You know them.
I know, but the people don't.
Okay, so
I'm
what's the
asking for the people.
What's the answer? What's the answer?
You know, this conversation is so uncomfortable. So they're talking about how many times they get intimate as people, and it seems like Carisha doesn't well, she wants Diddy to answer this question, and she's about to answer it for us.
Baby, let me tell y'all something. On the witch yacht. This don't go to sleep. I'll be like, God damn. I'm gonna tell y'all something. For real. I really thought that I was gonna like make him tap out. Like, I really thought he was gonna be being out no chance. This don't go to sleep.
Sounds like she's talking about an FO, one of his famous freak offs.
You gotta be energized, you gotta be charged up like a Tesla.
When you going off the grid with me, you got to go to sleep for a week.
Yeah, because it's definitely giving no sleep.
Interesting that Diddy says that you'll have to take off a week after dealing with him, because that's exactly what Cassie had to do, and other women who had to take IVs and rest because they went through so much during these FOs. Now, there has been drama while these two have been publicly linked. This headline reads that this lawsuit alleges that Diddy impregnated a victim and young Miami encouraged her to get rid of the baby. This article claims that this case was filed in court, and it looks like the person who's accusing them is going by Jane Doe. They want to be anonymous. The suit claims that Diddy had given this woman drugs and did things to her that ultimately left her pregnant. The suit also mentions young Miami, Diddy's girlfriend at the time, harassing Jane Doe by repeatedly calling her and telling her to get rid of the baby. Diddy and his staff also allegedly recorded their encounters without consent, which caused the victim to fear for her safety and experience anxiety and depression. This isn't the first time that young Miami was mentioned in a lawsuit against Diddy, because she was mentioned in Lil Rod's lawsuit back in March and accused of transporting drugs on behalf of Diddy. I think so far in this video, you could tell that young Miami really likes Diddy, like really likes him, to the point where she's calling these women, telling them to get rid of the kids, and she's infatuated with him. She wants to declare them as boyfriend and girlfriend, even though Diddy does not want to. Well, things took a turn in 2022, because that December, Diddy announced the birth of his youngest child, a baby girl named Love Sean Combs, which seems so narcissistic to me that he like named a girl like Love Sean Combs. It just seems like he wants that out there, just that phrase. Fans went into a frenzy on social media and speculated on whether he had cheated on young Miami. Diddy actually defended young Miami on Twitter against these fans. He wrote, "Young Miami is not my side chick. She never has been and she never will be. She's very important and special to me, and I don't play about my shoddy wop. I don't discuss things on the internet, and I will not start today." I kind of feel like he was forced to do that because she was probably so upset about this new kid that he had to do something. But being known as his shoddy wop, just is a little bit demeaning. One of our friends to the channel, Green Girl, also known as Emily Knows Everything, has actually been in the courtroom and she's been posting really great content. Definitely go and check out her page. We also interviewed her on the Let's Get Into a podcast about Kanye West, so go and check that out as well. But she has been in the courtroom and she actually got some details on how Young Miami Carisha is being mentioned.
That bitch is super ran through and effed all of your friends. That is a text message that Jane Doe said to Diddy when she found out that he took Young Miami to the Chanel store and bought her a bunch of Chanel because she uploaded it to her Instagram, and apparently Jane Doe was seeing Diddy at the time. She admits she was super pissed, she was jealous. They were seeing each other and she's like, wait a minute, are you serious? Like, I have to be the freak off girl? I have to be like doing all these debauchery nights with all these male escorts? And then meanwhile, you're like rolling the red carpet out for Young Miami.
Now, we did talk about Gina, one of Diddy's other girlfriends, in a previous video. She's one of those witnesses that had been missing, and we don't know why she didn't show up to court, but it seems like she's still holding on to her relationship with Diddy. Well, this is how the feud and love triangle with Gina started, because Gina claimed that Young Miami was a side chick while Diddy was having babies with other women. Gina posted this a little bit shady towards Young Miami, writing, "When she's beefing with you over a man, but the whole time he's got someone else pregnant."
Hey, you doing all this extra shit, you stupid bitch.
So of course neither of them are at the top if he's over here allowing another woman to go and have his baby, but they are like not allowed to. Young Miami's gonna blow you up if you even try. This article reports that Diddy's all about love these days, but maybe a little bit too much, because two women in his life are going at each other. Young Miami writing, "Please give this B-word some attention. Notice me." B-word, sit down. We see you. Relax. You've been around, just around for years. Attention, B-word. I am the attention. Let's be clear. Young Miami's tweeting this all at Gina. I'm not arguing with no one. It's got cheap ass lint ball carpet in their house. You freaky A-word, B-word. Gina replied with her own message. Suck my D-word. I don't give an F. Why are you so pressed, mama? I thought you were a city girl. Now, I don't know how consenting Young Miami was in her relationship with Diddy, but she did have a podcast episode with Trina where she revealed some freaky things about her intimate life, like that she likes to get urinated on by men, which, you know, we're not here to kink shame, but it's interesting how her, you know, her likes and interests maybe align with Diddy's.
Hey, take a shower. If you like golden showers, I do.
Golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, pee on you everywhere. You like it?
I just like it.
You do? Freak of the week.
You think if Diddy ever pee on me? No. If you weren't dating
Never.
Diddy at the time, do you think that it would have went as crazy and as viral still?
I don't know, because it was like P. Diddy.
After that interview, everyone started hashtagging like P Diddy, not P Diddy, but P-E-E Diddy. Now, there are plenty of rumors that maybe Young Miami was paid, kind of like Gina was allegedly paid by Diddy to go and be their girlfriends and to do things with him. And I think a lot of these rumors stem from just the content alone that we see on social media, where it does seem like he's spoiling her, and we wonder what she did to get that, because he doesn't even want to publicly date her. So why is he spending so much on her?
$250,000 a month to do strange shit at will. You couldn't wait for Cassie to run. You couldn't wait to be in Cassie's shoes. Carisha.
So it seems like Young Miami was enjoying the life until Diddy got locked up. And again, I'm not going to speculate and say that she was enjoying it. Maybe she was in harmful situations. The evidence suggests that she was in those situations. But for now, she's been pretty quiet. In a new interview with The Cut, she refers to Diddy as a situation and confirmed that it's now over, but she did not bash him. She said, quote, "I feel like it is what it is. Eventually, people are going to find out because he is who he is." Which sounds like she knows who he is. I am who I am. We just like, if we're going to put it out there, we're going to be the ones that talk. I don't like talking for anyone talking for me. She said she's no longer involved with him, but there are no hard feelings. We're friends, still good friends, but we're single. That's not my man. We had our own situation. So it almost seems like there wasn't even a breakup. It's just like the situation ended because he had to go get into jail. So at that point, Young Miami and Diddy were over. But now, since trial's been underway, she's been speaking a little bit more, pretty much suggesting that her experience wasn't the same as other people's. She said, I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience. I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at that time. I don't know that person. That wasn't my experience. She said, I met Diddy when the world was celebrating him and giving him his flowers. I just feel like everybody's trying to crucify me for it. Like, you were his biggest advocate. You were his cheerleader. But I was just celebrating him with the world. So why am I being crucified? Why am I being separated? Referring to her own experience with domestic violence, she, who's a mother of 2 children with rapper Southside, shared that she vowed she'll never be in that position again because I assume that Southside got physical with her. She said, when all these things came out, I just needed to take a break and focus on what's important. That was me, my career, my family, and let him navigate and figure that out on his own. Young Miami says that Diddy was able to see more than just music in me. I feel like he brought out another side of me. He brought out my gentle side, my woman side. It was a lot of things that I didn't see in me that he brought out.
Well, I met Diddy at Free Party, and I met him when he was in a love era. And I met Diddy when the world was celebrating him and giving him his flowers while he was alive. Like he was getting the Global Icon Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Key to the City. He had a new album that was coming out. So I was celebrating him with the world. And I just feel like everybody trying to crucify me for it. Like, you was his biggest advocate. You was his cheerleader, but I was just celebrating when the world was celebrating him. So why am I being crucified, or why am I being separated?
Now, a lot of people are not buying Young Miami's story. One comment reads, this message was approved by Puff Daddy Carisha, please. Another comment reads, this sounded so rehearsed. She got a lot of backlash from that answer because it sounded like she was trying to protect Diddy in some capacity. Saucy Santana, someone who I'm a huge fan of on social media, actually came to his friend's defense because he claims that she's not one of these victims. She never knew about this, and she's not responsible to now stand up against him.
A lot of people have a think piece on Carisha's truth. And I don't know why when she said it out of her mouth. There's no need for you to go make a narrative or a TikTok video or tell somebody that they're lying. If she was trying to save face, she would have did it a long time ago. Instead, she endured all the cruel bullshit that y'all did to her, and she spoke at her own pace and at her own time.
Young Miami has a good friend standing up for her to do all of that, but I am interested in seeing what happens with Diddy's conviction and to see whether Young Miami will appear in Diddy's life again, because I could totally see her just waiting for him to get out and to get popular again. Or, I mean, if she's more like us, she probably would be traumatized by this news and block his phone number, but her answers don't really seem that way. Anyways, I want to hear what you guys think about this relationship. It's one of his more recent girlfriends, so I know there's other ones as well. We talked about Gina and whoever gave birth to Love. I'm like, who even is the mother of Love, Sean Combs? But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys. Thank you again, MyHeritage, for sponsoring this video. And just one more reminder, use my link and code to go and secure your DNA kit for $29. You guys aren't going to regret it. Thank you, MyHeritage, for sponsoring this video, and use my link below.